Now, have you heard of the parable of the Pottery Class? It's going around on the socials. I freaking love it. There's a book called Art and Fear. I'll drop a link in below. Essentially, there was a professor at a university and he did an experiment. It was a pottery class. It was back in the day. And he just said, I'm going to divide the class into 2 groups. And for the next 30 days, I want group A to do as many pots as they can. And on group B, I want you to make just 1 pot, okay? And I'm going to judge the quality of those pots. So group A went off and said, okay, we're going to make as many pots as we can. I think the target was about to make 1 a day. So 30 pots over the course of the month. Group B had 1 pot to make. After 30 days, without exception, who do you think had the best quality pots? It was the group that had to make 1 every single day. Okay, and what we can learn from this is that the repetition of learning, it takes the fear of failing out of it, because it wasn't about, am I going to make the best pot today? It was about, am I going to make a pot today? Because we're going to make another one tomorrow, we're going to make another one next day. So the whole idea that repetition and quantity can be at the sacrifice of quality is out the door, because these guys got so good at making pots, they could just do it a lot quicker, as opposed to group B, who only had to make 1 pot, right? But that 1 pot they made was the only thing they could produce. And because they only made 1 pot, they've only, used their techniques once. They'd only, gone through the kiln once. They didn't get a chance to learn from their mistakes or whatever. But without exception, the first group had to make a lot of pots, actually had the best quality pots versus the ones that had a whole month to make them. So I love this. The moment I heard that, I went, oh my God, that is recruitment. Absolutely. And I think if you're a manager listening to this, this is where, if you're hiring people into your business or into your team, where do we put the graduates? Where do we put the younger recruiters? What's the best place for them to learn? Is it, if your mind going, well, I want them to do decent placement sizes. I've got this, nice high-end market that I could get them into. They're slower deals, but they're bigger and juicier. Or do you put them into like a lower fee earning but quicker turnaround market like accounting or whatever that might be, where you're just going to have to be like, go, 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 go. I mean, if you take this logic, the logic is you just want young recruiters to do as many placements as you can, as quickly as you can, because every time they get a roll on, they've got to go through the process of advertising, headhunting, marketing, processing, interviewing, canvassing, referencing. All that stuff gets done 30 times, as opposed to a slower market where they're not getting exposed to as much. So my massive learning and takeaway from that is quantity when they're younger is key, right? And if we can get the younger recruiters doing more early on, they're actually going to be way better equipped to handle the bigger stuff and the slower stuff later on. And they'll probably teach some of the old dogs some new tricks in terms of speed and turnaround time. But that's the gist of it today. If you're a recruiter listening to this and you're thinking, oh, I need to sharpen some skills, or, I don't know if I'm in a fast enough market, or my market's a bit too slow, maybe it is. If you're trying to harness skill sets and you're in a market that's just not moving, or you haven't got quantity, you haven't got enough jobs on, maybe you need to get busy. Just get really busy for the next 3 months. Just go, I've got to get a really busy market, because in that busyness is the gold. In that business is the sharpening of your skills. In that business is where you get time to practice and practice and practice. And actually not thinking so much about the results. You're just trying to keep up. You're just trying to get through that work and that volume. There's something to it. The parable of the Pottery Class. I love it. Art and Fear, lovely book. So I'll drop a link in the video below. If you got anything out of today's episode, like, share, subscribe. Always helps us grow. As always, have an amazing day, and may all your deals come true.